Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, we're reviewing the TLX Type S. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Jody Wilkinson Acura here in Salt Lake City for giving me some time with this TLX. I'll include a link to their website in the description down below so you can check what they have currently. Also include a link to my car buying guide in the description down below as well. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a turbocharged 3-liter V6 that goes through a 10-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 19 around town and then 25 on the highway, with power outputs being 355 horsepower and then 354 pound-feet of torque. Before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention, if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting with the color, I think this is one of the coolest colors I've ever seen on a TLX Type S. Really shows off the body lines here with the car. And then popping down below, you guys can see here, it's a little indicator there, pretty cool looking. And then notice how this is more open than on the regular TLX, so it looks a little bit more aggressive. You've got your subtle Type S badge there with the Acura logo. And then this is cool with the ground effects. Just makes it look a little bit more aggressive. And putting it all together, you can tell that this is a TLX that means business. It looks quite a bit more aggressive than the standard version. Now, taking a look at the tire and wheel setup, it's 255, 35/20 in the front and over in the rear. And you can see here with the wheels completely blacked out here, you've got the Acura logo there on the red brake caliper. Brembo brakes, by the way. But yeah, I think pretty cool design. And it's nice to see the ground effect there on the side here. Another Type S badge on the side. You've got the blacked out mirror cap. All the window trim has been blacked out. And then you can see this is actually body painted here at the bottom. But if we take a few steps back and see the full side profile, this is where you can see it's a pretty big car. So a lot of people make comparisons to this with the BMW 3 Series. I would say this is not quite as big as like a 5 Series, but it's kind of between like a 3 Series and a 5 Series in terms of its sizing. And this leads us to the key fob. If the camera will focus on it, there you go. You got your remote start, lock, and unlock opening for the rear. You got the Type S logo there, but we'll pop her open. Now, taking a look at the cargo area here, you can see it's pretty spacious. In the back, we've got these tabs to throw down the seats. Type S here at the bottom. And I like how you've got this cover too. That's always nice to have. And it's got a nice lip that goes up. Anyways, you're done. Pop that down. And then this is cool with the spoiler. Not too flashy, but shows that it's sportier. And with the taillights. I will say it would be cool if they did kind of like blacked out badges, but these chrome ones look fine. Matches with the Type S theme. And then look at those exhaust tips here at the bottom. Let's see if we can get a remote start going on here. So we'll lock and hold it. That's pretty cool. Listen to that. Yeah, it's got like a deep turbo rumble sound. It's cool. But yeah, finishing things up, let me know what you guys think about the looks here with the TLX Type S. Now, taking a look at the door panel here, you can see again with the red stitching and then the red trim with the black stitching, so they kind of contrast it that way. And then that theme continues with the seats here, perforated all down the center portion. Now the TLX is a little bit tighter in the back. The seat is pushed back a little bit, so I'd have a little bit more legroom. But you can see you've got a little storage pocket. We've got some vents here, USB ports as well. These seats are super comfortable. I like these seats quite a bit. And then heading back here, it's decent. So taking a look at the front door panel, you can see soft touch here at the top, and then again with that red stitching in the black trim and black stitching in the red trim. All of our window controls, mirror adjustments, mirrors do power fold in. Get your memory seat function. Let's quick look at the mirror itself. And then that's cool, the Type S plaque. And then here's the front seat with all of that trim, all of your adjustments on the side. Then you've got your pedals down below. And you can see with the heads-up display there, parking sensors, stability control, all of that with the parking brake. And then this is cool with the trim all across. So taking a look at the steering wheel, you can see nice perforated trim on either side. You've got the red stitching with the Type S logo, paddle shifters there on the back for the 10-speed. We got practical controls in the front, like our volume controls, voice command controls. You got adaptive cruise control with this as well. And you can see with the stalks there on the back. And then taking a look at the gauge cluster, fully digital here, and it's fun with the video game sound, with the different drive modes. And I like the gauge cluster setup with the Sport and Sport Plus. Super aggressive in the Sport Plus, and the exhaust gets a little bit louder. Yeah, that's fun. Now the Type S does come with a 360 camera system here. Trajectory lines turn with the steering wheel, solid resolution overall. And then as for the rest of the infotainment system, it's not a touchscreen, so here's kind of a closer look at that. Everything is controlled with a keypad. Very video game-esque with the sounds. It does have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, but interesting, Acura and Mazda don't like touchscreens apparently. You can see with the nice red stitching all across the dash here and down below. Look at the vents there. And then we've got our dual zone climate controls, heated and ventilated seats, the drive mode select, which is really cool looking. Auto stop start with your brake hold, and then you can see the buttons here for the transmission select. And then got a little keypad for the infotainment system, volume control here, and then we've got the wrist rest is what I like to call it. Got to switch hands here quickly, but there you go. Cup holders, wireless phone charging pad, and then look at that, the USB ports and everything. I like this with the trim, and even like just above the glove box here, it's a nice trim. Pretty normal with the storage and all that. And then last but not least, we do have just a traditional sunroof up top, and then a black headliner, which looks nice because you have basically like a sea of red here in the center, and then it transitions to the black top, and notice the lower sections are also black. So here's our window sticker for the TLX Type S. This is called Urban Gray, by the way. Really cool color. Total MSRP is $58,795. So that leaves us with an interesting question. I want to get this comparison done sometime in the future. It's probably going to take maybe a year or more because I'll have to wait for some used cars to come in, but I think this against the Integra Type S would be a very interesting comparison because this is less than $60,000. The Integra Type S is also less than $60,000. And so like they're close in price. They're both close in price. They're both Type S's from the same manufacturer. This is automatic only with a V6. The Integra is manual only with a turbo 4-cylinder. This has 355 horsepower. The Integra has 320. So there's differences. This is all-wheel drive. The Integra is front-wheel drive. But yeah, I think it would be an interesting comparison. Let me know like which one you would go for. This is obviously kind of more luxury, more comfortable. It's a bigger car, whereas the Integra is kind of more sport focused. It's got the crazy wide body though, which is interesting. So yeah, let me know if you like TLX or Integra more, but there's the TLX Type S.